Evening everybody, and welcome to another edition of High Live, coming at you live this week from the Atelier Fusari with Bespoke tailor Ben. How you doing, Ben?
Very good, nice to meet you, Rob. Hello everybody.
So it's a bespoke tailoring special this evening. We're going to find out all about gentlemen's clothing and made-to-measure suits and shirts and trousers and the various materials and the handiwork required to create such nice clothing, basically. So first of all, maybe Ben, you can tell us a little bit about your background and how you arrived in China. It's amazing how just the different ways in which foreigners find themselves coming here. Some people plan for many years. It's a real personal project of theirs to come here, whereas others just kind of arrive here by chance or through someone that they met along the way. And so it's always good. It's always interesting to find out the individual stories of the expats that are currently here in Shanghai. So why don't you tell us a bit about that?
So I arrived in China around 10 years ago. I was studying in different countries. I started to study in London, then in Slovenia, then back in France, then Spain, in Barcelona. The last country was China.
Right.
And I fell in love with China and I stayed.
Right, okay. And you've always been in Shanghai? Or?
I've always been in Shanghai. I never moved from this area around the...
So that was 10 years ago though, right?
Yeah, February 2010. So
okay, great.
I thought it was yesterday.
Wow, yeah. As I say, most of the people that we've interviewed over the past few weeks have been here for quite some time, us included. So it's Shanghai obviously must be doing something right. It's keeping a lot of people here, and
I think either you fall in love with Shanghai, either you hate it.
Yeah. I guess we've all met people along the way where it just hasn't worked for them, or they just haven't really kind of clicked with it in the ways that other people have. But it's incredible the people that you meet. Some people have been here 15 years, 20 years even, but the general feeling that I have is that people are happy here. They're well settled here, and they're not intending to move on anytime soon unless they're kind of obliged to in some way. So, and in terms of your suit making, in terms of your suit making skills, when did you first kind of become interested in suit making, or is it maybe something that has run in the family for many years?
Let me tell you the story. So
sure.
I'm an entrepreneur. My passion is to make business plans, start to create something. So I start 5-6 company since I'm in Shanghai.
Right.
Atelier Fusari is one of them, one of the most successful. Basically, I started Atelier Fusari 8 years ago, and my grandmother was a tailor, so that's where I get the passion from. I love to dress very classic, with shirt, suit. I mean, today it's very cold in Shanghai, so sure. I put a little pullover. But my idea was this: I wanted to create and offer something classic, something elegant. I wanted to work about this mix and match and advise people like I would have loved to be advised when I needed something. So this passion for my family combined with my entrepreneur spirit made me create Atelier Fusari. We start really from scratch, from nothing, and start to understand or a suit is working, or the body works also. Then we try to work a lot about the material and the different fabric you could use to wear a suit.
Okay.
And 8 years after, we are here.
I see. So did your grandmother have a shop herself?
No, she was a tailor.
Yeah. Okay, so her own business, she set up everything on her own? Or?
Oh, so it was like a very long time ago.
Right, I see. And that was under the name Fusari as well?
No, her name is Fusari.
Yeah, so it was under the same name.
Kind of, yeah.
I see. So there's a kind of distant link between
her
shop and the shop.
Yeah.
I see.
She's retired.
I see. Would you say that the the skills that you required came through her, or was there a certain...
Completely not.
Not so, yeah, because I was going to say
It's
maybe there was a
different
certain
way of
training.
production,
Right.
there's different way. We produce everything in China. We import all the fabric from Italy or England,
Right.
and we produce everything in China. So it's completely different technique, different way of making the suit. But the idea and the spirit is the same. It's make people unique, make people handsome.
Yeah.
The only difference that we do nowadays, especially in the Chinese market, most of our clients are Chinese, like 75%, 25% expats. We're always happy to welcome expat, but our key customer are Chinese, and you will be surprised, but our customer are women.
Right.
In the sense, like they book their appointment for the man.
I see.
And so they will be the one checking on Dazhong checking on Xiaohongshu, and all different platforms. What we do, book the appointment for their man, come with them and help them to choose.
Right.
So one of our purpose is to make the woman proud.
Right, I see.
You know what I mean? And it's a completely different buying process than back in UK or back in Italy, where you will go to tailor with your father, drinking whiskey and cigar. We have a very, let's say, feminine approach.
I see.
In the sense that they are all like KOL, and the man is a final user.
Right, I see.
So
it's like the woman is acting like the wife is like a kind of personal assistant in the.
That's the one you need to convince
in this respect.
That's the one you need to convince to attract more potential clients.
Would you say that is because, from a sort of philosophical point of view, it's because the women attaches more importance to how her man looks than the man himself?
I think it's a question of generation. It's a question also of culture. Like the Chinese women like to really take care of the house and take care of solving all this kind of problem and find solution for those kind of stuff. So no, I think it's all about culture. I think.
Okay.
Which I think is very smart, because I mean you want to be proud of your man when you go to dinner, when you go to restaurant, and better to advise him if you understand that he doesn't. Many men don't understand anything about or too much color or to what is good for them or what is good. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to make your partner happy.
Yeah, and for me, I mean that makes sense as well. I think women are much more sensitive to colour matching and style and how a certain item of clothing fits on a person, and maybe a lot of guys don't always see that.
I can give you an example. That's why this business is very particular, because okay, there's some business you do for money, but this job I could almost do it for free. I can give you an example. A few weeks ago, a woman came, so we finished the suit of his husband, and the guy is a very nice guy, working in IT, so always with the sportswear, very casual, because he's working behind a computer. He doesn't need to see client or anyone. And after she saw the final result, she said, "Thank you. I fall in love again with my husband."
Yeah, because she sees him in a different way, or it's just something that's completely refreshed him.
And a suit is this kind of unique clothing that delete or erase the bad part of your body and increase the weaker part, let's say.
Yeah.
So it enchants any man. And when she told me I fall in love with my husband, I mean, I was so touched. I was like, okay, my job is done. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it just brings out something totally different in a person. Say, for example, you're friends for many years with a group of guys. You go out all the time. You go drinking with them, and then suddenly someone's got a wedding. And then everyone's invited to the wedding, and then all of a sudden everyone's turned up to the wedding looking amazing in their amazing suits, and then you see sort of people in a different way, and it just brings a completely different feeling.
And that's exactly the point. I mean, before, let's say 10, 15 years ago, you had to wear a suit to go to work.
Yeah.
So you were forced by your boss, whatever, to wear a suit. So you were wearing just a suit. You can go for the cheap one, you can, just because you need it. Now people change their consumption habit. I really analyze this in the sense they will focus a little bit on better quality, and they want something that they can reuse.
Yeah, something's going to last.
Just you can reuse just a jacket, or wear for a bit more casual. So we call it casual chic.
Sure.
And yeah, it's very different buying process, which is interesting for us because we work a little bit more on the quality and less in the volume and making super cheap, affordable suits. So yeah, it's just at the end of the day, you know, you always need to adapt to what the market needs.
Yeah, and you say that your all of your material is imported from Italy and from the UK. Do you find that, and with 75% of your customers being Chinese, do you find that they comment on that a lot? And
No.
do you find that, say for example, they bought a lot of local suits from local material? Do they comment on the differences between the material and the quality of the material?
What's a key difference that we are good at advising people, and I really think that makes a difference. Having the suit from the material from different countries is good because there's good brand, they're top quality, but I won't say they come for this. But they really come because we take people only on appointments, only one-on-one, and we try really to analyze not only the body but also the psychology of the person. Like, why you need this suit?
Yeah.
What's your personality? What's your job? Are you going to reuse it? Do you want something very unique? I have some clients that wear like pink suit, orange suit, to some guy that like just dark blue suit and dark grey suit, but fit it to their body. Some people like very comfortable, some people like very slim fit. You just need to adapt, and it's by understanding this and by talking to the people that you can find the perfect suit. For me, it's like a hairdresser. Sorry, maybe it's a bad example.
Talk to the viewers. Don't talk to me.
In the sense, like, okay, or when you go to a hairdresser, for example, you will ask, okay, I want to change completely my hair, or I want to have something unique. Okay.
Yeah.
And the guy will try to do something. Or it's like, I don't know, a doctor, or you need to, you know, it's not about the best technique, let's say, to make the suit. And that's my approach of this business, is try to really understand people.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and so when someone comes in and approaches you and is looking for a particular suit, do most people come in for a suit because they need it for a particular purpose, or it's just something to have?
No, they need it.
They need it. It's not just because they just want to have one just to...
Yeah, I mean, anyone needs a suit. You need at least in your wardrobe one good suit. Because you might be invited to this important dinner, you might need these important people for business, for the first date you have, or if the girl you really like, you want to put a jacket to look good, you know. So you always need a suit, and sometimes you don't have it. And most people come for wedding or for business purpose, but very often, so yeah, for business, when people get promoted, or when they have to attend a board meeting, or when they have to go traveling and meet clients, they need to have a suit. So they come for purpose, and the idea is to reuse it for other purposes, also for casual.
I see, and I guess you can always tell the difference when some guy's walking down the street, whether it's a tailor-made suit for him rather than one that he's just bought in the shop. Is it pretty easy for you to spot that?
Yeah. And you know, and that's also the difference. I mean, I really think it's even no need to buy the most expensive suit, because a fabric, it's for yourself. You know, you will feel lighter, you will feel more comfortable. But the detail, no matter if it's a cheap suit or expensive suit, like if the shoulder at the right size, the sleeve length, the jacket length, the pant length, if the suit is well fitted, it doesn't need to be expensive. So my point is, you know, we don't sell here. We don't sell anything. We just advise. We have some very rich clients that buy a suit at our 3,000 entry price. That's it. I'm okay. So people like are more into super detailed or top quality fabric. They want expensive, no problem. You know, and that's part of our analysis. Like, okay, what's your budget? What do you need? And we try to give you what you need.
Okay, and so you've got some sort of nice little dinner kind of jackets. Is there a large market for that at the moment?
This is a peak season for dinner jacket, but let's be honest, let's say 10% of what we sell.
Yeah, and the COVID question always comes up. Maybe suits for events. Maybe the demand has gone down a little bit because there's been
we didn't sell a suit for 6 months. No, I'm joking. For 6 months was very difficult because nobody get married. You know, in China they like to organize big wedding with 200 people, and the guys say, okay, I prefer to postpone. I will have less fun. I'm joking. No, but so yeah, many wedding has been postponed. So it's not like completely lost because people will get married next year. So and same for business events, same for gala dinner. Like the first part of the year, many events were cancelled.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a bit tough, but we survived, and now we are back to normal. So
I see.
We cannot complain. Some people in the other part of the world are in way worse situation.
And you said that your suit making skills didn't come from your grandmother. So where did they just came through sort of some kind of training that you did, or you just sort of
I learned everything by myself.
Really, just what?
I learned from scratch. No, I learned from scratch. I spent hours and hours in the factory. I took some suit, cut everything. I have a very good 3D logic, which is essential to understand the body and to understand how a suit will look. But yeah, you can learn everything. That's.
So there's no sort of specific qualification, or there's no sort of university kind of course.
There is.
There is, but you didn't do it. Yeah, I see. No, okay, that's great. And you make all the suits here on your own. You have a team,
or we have a team. We have a factory.
You have a factory.
Okay.
Sure.
I know how to do it, but to make a suit, if I do it by myself, it took around 60-70 hours. Yeah. Which is completely useless in time of time.
It's not very productive.
And according to the volume we do, it will be very complicated. So now we have a factory with who we work, that we drive, we control the quality, we control everything, and we guide them in order to achieve the quality and the standard we want.
Okay. And would you say you have any kind of suit making role models, any inspirations, maybe from Italy, maybe, or from Europe?
No, I try to adapt to my clients.
Right. Okay. There's no particular styles that you've drawn inspiration from.
I don't want to impose anything, but I want to make sure that it matches what they need. So that's the key for them to not be overdressed or underdressed. And for them to be perfectly matching the situation they will be facing. No matter if it's a date, if it's a board meeting, or if it's just a wedding.
Okay.
For example, if you get married on the beach, you don't need the same suit that if you get married in a church or in in a castle or.
Yeah. So speaking of that, I mean, you sell many white suits then? Beach weddings? That reminds me of someone.
Oh, it's true. You have a white suit for your wedding.
Yes, a great big white wedding.
I'm not a big fan of white suits. It's a little fashion.
Really? It doesn't look bad on a tropical beach though, really.
No, on a tropical beach,
it works out quite nice.
But it's very hard to wear again.
Yeah, there's not many occasions, I guess, where you would put a white suit on again. But there we go. Maybe if you're a magician, although he wears a red one, doesn't he?
Hi, Nico. And now the next step of our development is we will open a lot of pop-up store going all around China to where we build the collection. So basically the idea is to guide people, with some fabric we pre-select like for each season, and help people to design. So it will be a kind of co-design. We give them, okay, for this part you will have 3 options, which one you prefer. But before we make sure that those 3 options are not fashion mistakes. And make sure that those 3 options will be homogeneous result and will be elegant. And plus we make the suit at their size for sure.
So yeah, so it's something classic that's
so
not gonna.
It's a kind of we call it tailored suit collection, which is halfway between the tailor-made and ready to wear.
I see.
The idea is to have something unique and something that fits you as soon as possible.
Right, I see. And you, at the moment, you have 2 shops in Shanghai. Is that correct?
We have one. We used to have one on the bound.
Okay.
We closed a few years ago, and we have this one that we have for 8 years.
Yeah.
So it's like the main one. We opened a franchise in Italy last January.
Right.
It was not performing so well because of
must
COVID.
be, yeah, not just that, but I mean, I imagine the competition must be very fierce in Italy. I mean, it's a market that's already very, very mature.
Yeah, but we are trying to use the same approach. You know, there is a lot of very skilled tailors that are 60, 70 years old, that have a perfect technique.
Yeah.
But they have no idea how to advise people.
Right.
So they will make you a fantastic suit on a technical skill point.
Or just based on their history and based on what they've already always done, and not necessarily based on
they might maybe not have, I'm not sure of course, but they might not have the skill to advise you how to mix and match. I almost never wear a suit myself.
Right.
I'm always with a jean because I need something comfortable. I move a lot. I'm with a motorcycle. I need something comfortable, but I want to be elegant. Yeah. To give you an example, I almost only wear white shirt because for me it's like a base, like the base of a painting.
Yeah.
And that's so small, but I always wear a pocket square. So many guys don't wear a pocket square,
I don't know many people who do, to be honest.
You know, as a man, we don't have many occasions to outstand a little bit without being too much. It's always a balance point of view for me, but like a nice watch, nice shoes, nice pocket square, it's a few elements that can make a man. You know, women, they can outstand with so many necklaces and stuff.
We're kind of, I mean, compared to what women can wear, I guess we're sort of kind of limited. But would you say that, you know, we've, as men, really, we've kind of neglected the suit wearing and we don't pay enough attention to what we really wear, and we're just a bit kind of lazy.
We are neglecting the fact of being elegant.
Yeah.
As that being elegant, you know, for me, is like a superpower because it will open your doors. It will, you know, break this glass ceiling sometimes, and because many people judge you at the first impression.
Yeah.
You know, for example, if you're the smartest guy or the richest guy on earth, and you come to the first date with your girlfriend dressed like shit, she will never call you back. Yeah. So he helped her or he helped a boss. I mean, if you the perfect fit for this position, and same, you arrive with a hole in your shirt or not groomed hair or whatever, people will not consider you. It will not give you the chance to express who you really are inside or what's your value. Yeah. So I don't say that you can have more with this suit, but at least you can express who you really are. And that's a superpower. Yeah,
so I have to say, I mean, if I'm interviewing someone for a new position, and I mean, it's just just a no-brainer. I mean, if someone turns up looking amazing, he's just gonna make such much better impression on someone. It's just because it's just the effort that and that people are going to put in to go there and go to the interview and to actually make an effort and be and take pride in their appearance.
If you were not wearing a shirt, I would not talk to you.
well, I don't normally wear a shirt. I did actually make an effort myself tonight.
No, you know, a shirt, for example, is super. It's comfortable. I mean, it's elegant. Yeah. And t-shirts, I love t-shirts to sleep, but
there's a time and a place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's a time and a place for everything. But on the opposite way, you will not wear a tuxedo and a bow tie if you meet your parent-in-law for the first time. They will say, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. So it's just it's getting at the same time it's getting the balance right. It's not about going too over the top. Yeah.
And now there is many way and many brands, of course, doing this. Like for example, we develop our own sneakers. Also, I don't have a model here, but we develop our own sneakers.
I was going to come on to the subject of footwear to see as to whether you're involved in that or not.
I mean, we try to develop some model, like one pair of loafer, one pair of classic Oxford, and one pair of sneakers. It's not our main expertise, but just like as a piece to complete outfit. Yes. And the idea is that to mix and match those kind of nice accessories with a great outfit.
I see. And do some of your customers come to you sometimes with advice on not just sneakers but like shoes and the right types of shoes to wear with their suits? And are there places that you in Shanghai that you recommend to them?
I have a few partners and friends with who we exchange clients and are doing very well.
Could be an idea for a stream.
Yeah.
Shoemaker.
I agree.
Yeah. So, although we're booked up most of the year, but yeah, next year definitely, yeah, that would be a good one to do. So, yeah, I think we've covered most of the questions already, actually.
I have
mean,
What's your question?
go on then, Stefan.
no. First question. What about the kid? Kids. Yeah. So, do you have kid client? Do you see?
We can do for kids.
Okay.
To be honest, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm always happy to have more clients, but the kid grows so fast, and it's more or less the same time. To make a suit is more or less 20 to 25 hours, and the price will be the same. We just use a little bit less fabric. But I mean, if some clients want to make the suit for kids, we do, let's say, 5 to 10 per year, but that's the maximum. And I just said to my clients, it doesn't make sense. Just buy more suit for your husband.
Okay. Because I see many kids and wedding and stuff. Okay. For you that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
Okay.
If they really want to do, yes, but it doesn't make sense.
So, are when you know these kids that we see dressed up amazingly at weddings, are they renting or? Are
No,
they...
you can buy you don't need a properly fit suit when you're a kid, so you look
I guess
elegant, but
yeah, a fitted one, I guess.
I mean, you don't need even a tailor-made.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm always happy to have more clients.
No, of course.
Yeah.
But you know, I care for my client, and if it's something that doesn't make sense, when my kid born, we bought a fake suit on Taobao to take pictures. All my clients tell me, "Oh, Ben, you made a suit for a kid." I said, no, it's just a fake. Don't worry. I want one too. It's okay. So I send you the link for Taobao. No, it's possible, of course, but for me, it doesn't make sense.
Will they just grow out after 6 months or so?
I mean, what I like about a suit is that something you keep. I like to make a piece that you keep, because we work more on the quality because of the market and because that's what the people want. But if you buy something a little bit more quality, keep it for at least 5, even 10 years. Then we can recut the jacket or make it larger if you gain weight.
Yeah.
It's no problem.
I mean, you hear about people in Europe who are buying super amazing
Vintage
suits,
suits.
passing them down to their kids, and they
I have some clients that's bringing me vintage suit and we recut them. It's no problem. We do adjustments. This is the service we propose for clients. I have so many clients that say, "Oh Ben, I bought this amazing jacket. What do you think?" I said, "Okay, it's amazing. You got 50% discount, but the sleeve are still there. Can you do something for me?" Of course, and we do some small adjustments.
So, how do you make the sleeve longer?
Open the shoulder and we adjust.
You open no longer. You open
Longer you cannot. Shorter.
Ah, well, that's what I okay because
Most of the time the sleeve are too long.
okay. But
In the suit, in all suit, you have extra fabric here, which normally you don't have in a ready to wear to increase. But normally your arm don't get longer.
No, I mean if you pass it on, that's
No.
Okay. And when you get a little bit.
So we have extra fabric on each side of the suit, and we can increase up to 8 centimeters.
Okay.
So you can get
and after it's diet, you go running like
you
everybody.
can get more or less 10 kilos.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
It's available for.
But to give you an example, I have a special trick. For example, for the shirt, I have basically I put some little embroidery at the bottom of the shirt. I have
what?
embroidery,
like sewing.
like sewing.
Okay.
My initial. Okay, just to remember that it's mine in case I didn't.
So you put like an initial.
Okay.
So you put like an initial on here.
Here it's forbidden.
Oh, is it?
It's forbidden.
Or in China or anywhere?
I mean, for me it's a fashion mistake. Because if I want to know your name, I will ask you.
Yeah.
I like embroidery here or at the bottom when it's inside the pant.
I see. Right.
But I use those embroidery to I make them
Inside
different
the jacket,
color
maybe?
for yeah, of course inside the jacket.
Yeah.
But for the shirt I make them different color for different size. For example, I have 3 lines in my own. When I'm super slim, doesn't happen very often. When I'm in half shape and when I'm super fat like now. And for example, super fat is the red one. So in the morning when I want to take a shirt and I'm super late, okay, I put the red one for sure it fits and for sure it's comfortable.
It's a smart move, man.
Because you know, as a man, most of the clients are like this. You know, we gain 5 kilos, lose 5 kilos, and we are. So it's very hard to keep super fit clothes. For a jacket, it's less problem because you don't need to close it very often. But a shirt has to be comfortable.
And so I have this big question that I never understood: the bow tie, and the pocket. Which situation is there any recommendation? Like I go to a gala dinner, I should wear that, or it depends on you. So what? Because I never wear a bow tie. I see people with that. What would be the situation, the advice?
Okay,
how does it work?
the pocket square, anytime. Anytime you can wear a pocket
And
square.
how do you choose the color?
you can choose any color.
I mean, there is fashion. If I choose, I make fashion.
No, there is no limit of creativity for pocket square. It can be any color, but
you can have a pink one right now, and
yes.
that's not going to be a mistake.
It can be anything.
You got it. Okay.
So the pocket square is the only element of your outfit that can be any color.
Okay.
And you can really express your creativity. For the tie and the bow tie, I will include the vest also, the third part of the suit, which is coming back more and more. I take them as accessories. Is to complete outfit.
What, you mean like the waistcoat?
The waistcoat, yeah. I have many people ordering waistcoats. It's very good because it's hiding your six pack.
Yeah.
So when you have just one pack like me, it's very good.
Yeah.
But the waistcoat, for example, many times like this suit, you wear the waistcoat and just the shirt open. Because of the waistcoat, you are super elegant.
Yeah.
Or people now they use a tie also just to outstand a little bit and to complete outfit with a jean just to be a little bit more elegant. The bow tie is different. I have a friend which is a doctor. He uses bow tie, taking care of his patients, just to be different for the patient to remember him.
Yeah.
So that's a kind of, let's say, of casual situation where you can be a little bit outstanding by using those accessories. For business meeting, always tie. Some people use bow tie. I don't recommend it. It's a bit creative.
Okay.
But also depend on your job. If you're a creative director, you can wear anything you want.
Yeah.
If you're an accountant or in finance, I would recommend a tie and a dark suit because it has to fit your job, has to fit your personality, and also what people see in you when you see this. You know what I mean? If you are someone very outstanding or very a crazy person, make an orange suit. I have a friend which is a sommelier in China. He was working for Peninsula, so working black and white every day. And then he came to me, he started selling wine by his own. And he told me, okay Ben, I want to change my life and I want to have all the color possible. And I can show you the picture, he has yellow, orange, purple, but he's matching his craziness. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so all the people are different. And for bow tie, I really love for wedding because I think it's very different, very unique.
Like a gala dinner,
and gala dinner, yeah. But once again, here in China, people are very less strict than back in UK, for example. If you're invited to a white tie,
they call it a black tie or a
black
white
tie.
Yeah.
Black tie, you have to wear tux and black bow tie. You cannot wear a tie and a black tie.
We went to a British awards event a couple of weeks ago, and the dress code was black tie, but I would say only around 30 or 40% of people were actually in official proper black tie dress.
When in UK, if you don't wear the proper outfit, you cannot go inside a party. So people really say, okay, I need it. So once again, they will come to buy it because they need it.
Okay.
You know, to meet yourself to craft.
And sorry.
No, I just want to make a little story about the suit. For example, the tux, it was created just to make a homogeneous picture. When people, for example, when you had a group of men and they needed to make a nice picture, they were all dressed the same way. Yeah, to be more elegant. A bit like in the army. I mean, it comes from the army.
It comes from the army. The tux?
No. The suit is the factor of a uniform, let's say.
Yeah. Okay. It is essentially a uniform, I guess.
Yeah. Which now we transform in a fashion piece. So it's way more interesting. I'm so happy to work on this kind of clothing now than if it was 20 years ago where you had to sell your entry level to people that have to wear a suit. You know what I mean? It's a completely different approach. And some people say, oh, but the suit is dead. The suit is not dead, it's transforming, evolving.
Oh, yeah, I won't say the suit is dead.
Yeah, but comparing to 20 years ago when you were seeing everybody wearing a suit in the street. To go to Nanjing, how many people you see with a three-piece suit? How many? Yeah, sure. But it doesn't mean the suit is dead, it's completely not.
And the stripes. So I had a conflict with this. When do I put a tie with stripes? So there is a code here.
Yes.
Because last time I put a stripe and my wife said, no stripe.
What, you mean a striped tie?
Striped tie.
All right.
You know, it's all about matching and doing the right match between pattern or between all the pattern. For example, I always recommend a white shirt because a white shirt you will be able to mix many different colors.
Okay.
Some people, if you want to go with crazy shirt, like you will we need to have a very, very classic suit. And it might be a fashion mistake. So the stripe is the same. The problem of the stripes, it makes you taller to have a suit with stripe, not a tie. It makes you taller, but the problem is very difficult to mix and match it. Where we sell a lot, for example, those two suits, or this one. I don't know if in the camera we can see.
Oh okay. Yeah, but yeah, we can start moving around.
Do you want a jacket?
No, it's okay.
You have a model size. I can give you a jacket.
Why don't you try a jacket on, Stefan?
Alright, but I'm not gonna give it back to you. It's no problem.
I'm just gonna accidentally walk out.
I hope my wife is watching right now. Thank you.
No, not from the bottom. From the bottom.
Oh, no, not
Oh, yeah, here you go.
Come on.
I feel better.
Change a man.
Yeah,
Change a man. You see, you have the model size.
So Kate, if you watch that, you're in love with your husband.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
God. You see, that's just a jacket.
Wow, what a transformation.
Ladies, I let my number. I always speak about that.
Yeah, so get married. So for the feet, to come back to your point, it's a bit the same as the design. It really has to be balanced. In the sense like, okay, the more fit it will be, the less comfortable it will be. And the more comfortable, the less beautiful it will be. So my point is always to find the right balance between comfort and elegance in order to make something appropriate. To give you an example, I love my American fellow, but American people generally they like the suit very, very comfortable, which is not very beautiful.
Yeah.
Or Italian fellows they like the suit very, very fit, which is not comfortable at all. So it's all about balance.
You think in general American guys they dress in a much more comfortable way? They're not interested in the very tight-fitted suits and the same like the guys you see walking around Paris or Milan or the.
And this was the truth when you were forced to wear a suit. If you're forced to wear a suit, let's go for comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know what I mean? If you choose, and that's the difference. If you choose, is to make yourself more handsome, or to make your woman proud, or to really make a difference.
And did you have some client coming at you and say, "Oh, I want you to teach me for 4 hours, or to have test"? Because I'm sure they will test in choosing my clothes. Because honestly,
we do it.
There's a lot of people, me including, I don't know.
When last year, when there was not this COVID craziness, we were organizing once a month. I mean, we've been doing this for 6 years, like workshop, where we're teaching people how to match color, or to dress for winter, or to dress for wedding, and this kind of very a bit like today, informal talk and describing taking example, like doing some small game, like teaching how to make a pocket square or to fold a pocket square. Do you know how to fold?
I know. I don't know. I think I never seen that.
Okay, you want to do a test?
Yeah, please, sir.
Let's try it.
Let me take a pocket square.
So best
you can take
good surface to do it on, or are you just going to do it now?
Okay, let me take one.
Moi, je vais prendre psychomoteur, les gars.
Oh, I'll take this. Okay, so first, I give you an example. You take the pocket square in 4.
Yes, boss.
Okay. Then you fold it in half.
Fold it in half. Oh,
Okay.
it's pre-fold, so it's going to be easy.
Then you fold it in half again.
Until there, I know to do.
And then you fold it in half again.
Okay.
Okay. Then you will have a kind of shape like this.
Mm-hmm.
And you put it inside.
Even this part I didn't get. Alors, so that until there I understand.
Yeah.
So
And then you put it inside. Finish.
But should I let like 20% above?
More or less, it's okay.
It's okay?
You will see it by yourself when you see it. If it's too much or too high, no big deal. It's okay. If you want to be a bit more conservative, more inside, a little bit more crazy, more outside, but it's fine. Another way. That's my favorite way, but it's a bit more, it's very creative. I will not do this way for important meeting. So you take the pocket square and fold. Then you put your middle finger here.
Yeah.
Okay. You do like if you were using.
I see what you mean.
And then you put it inside. It's kind of flower.
It's like a flower, yeah.
Also very creative. Another way, the reverse flower. Same thing.
Same thing but reverse.
And you put it like this.
Ah, yeah.
And this is a way more soft pressure. This you can put deeply inside. And this is a very conservative white pocket square.
Very nice.
Which make a difference without being eye sketch.
Yeah. Without being too loud.
Yeah.
Too brash.
What about the belt? Any rule for the belt?
I'm very against belts.
Oh. Sensitive topic.
You're against belts?
Yes.
What? Just what? Trouser belts? All belts?
Okay, for casual pants it's different. Let me show you a pant without belt.
So you normally advise your customers to take a suit without a belt?
Yes, completely.
Right. Okay.
In the sense like, okay, a pant without belt, we will do some side adjustments on the right side and left side
Okay.
to help you
trick.
to tighten the waist part, okay, or to release it. So for example, if you eat a little bit too much for lunch and your suit is a little bit tight, you don't have to do this ugly movement of changing the whole of your belt. You just release on the side the pressure.
Yeah, because if you don't have that,
You cannot.
you cannot. Yeah, okay. So
And
you know that exists.
only on the tailor-made pant you can do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And a belt, you know, really cut your body in half.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't have a good body proportion, like if your bust is too big or your leg are too short or vice versa, it really cut your body in half. So I don't recommend it. And plus, you really need, otherwise it's a big fashion mistake, to match the color of your belt and the color of your shoes.
The belt and the shoe, or black and everything.
Yeah, black, but it's not very creative.
Yeah, of course.
And sometimes people put dark brown with light brown or black and brown, and this is it's terrible. It's very ugly. For example, you have a black belt and brown shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that not good?
It's okay. I will forgive.
Oh, come on. Be honest. Be honest.
No, nobody will die. You know, it's just it's just to make the most homogeneous in the most.
Well, so black trousers and brown shoes isn't so good.
It's fine. It's fine.
Right.
But your belt should be exactly the same leather.
Okay.
So normally you should always buy the belt and the shoes together.
Ah, do you know, no one's ever told me that.
Okay.
No one's, although then again, no one's ever given me any fashion advice.
You're pretty fashionable.
So for jean, belt is fine, of course, for casual pants. But for a suit, I think it's really killing the outfit. Another example that I like to give, I had a Chinese client that made a very expensive and beautiful suit for his wedding. And last minute, because he was super busy, and we finished it on time, and he said, "Man, I have a problem. I don't have a shoe, I don't have a belt." And I said, "Okay, just go to IMPM and find something matching." And he came back with super expensive like shoes with a lot of sparkle, a big belt with a big brand, I will not say the name.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my god. And he had a super elegant dark blue suit, very, we put a bit more fancy bow tie, but it was not matching the outfit. And so I said, okay, I have 1 hour, I come with you, so we bring back the shoes and the belt. I think the sales still wanted to kill me.
I guess,
and we try something to make it homogeneous, you know, to make it goes together. Because it's not about the brand. You know, so many people, I want to vomit when I see all the people wearing this big brand. And what are you representing? What's your difference? What's your touch in it? You know. Now we have the luck that thanks to the production, thanks to the global economy, we can really create our own things. So I mean, of course, brands do amazing things on some products, but for some basic product or some suit, create your own. To be unique and to be really yourself, to express your personality.
Have you do you deal in braces at all?
Nah, I'm not.
Not at all. You're not a braces guy.
No.
No, I think it's
Some
going back
people
many years. It's sort of a very kind of old-fashioned British.
You
style.
can do. We use them. You know, sometimes when we make a suit for a wedding and we want to make all the best man look nice together.
Yeah.
We could use this kind of trick to make nice picture. Braces were used when the pants were way too big to maintain the pants.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't think it's very comfortable, and I don't think it's very nice. But it's personal taste. But I'm not against braces.
It's very
Once
old-fashioned.
again, it could be like an accessory, it's a bit like the waistcoat or tie.
Yeah, or just something just to make you look a little bit different from other people.
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. As an accessory, it's fine. As a daily use, not so much.
Mm. And how about do you ever get? Do your customers ever ask you for advice on headwear, any kind of hats?
Not
at all.
It's not
Like a nice
Big
bowl,
hat person.
like
Really?
a bowler hat, or
I know
or
a
a
few guys
trilby,
that-
or
That's
like
a
like
nice hat would have to match what
a
would
nice
be
50s style, Stetson.
Yeah, technically, the hat should match your outfit.
Yeah.
Anything should match your outfit,
Mm.
and it doesn't need to be expensive. I will give you an example. Yesterday I went to buy this special coat because I didn't have one in black to put under my suit. From a brand that I will not. But for example, I bought this one in black to match with my shoes and my grey suit because I had one in dark blue, and dark blue doesn't go with grey, doesn't go with black. So it's all about matching. And yes, to come back to what you were saying, a nice hat should match your outfit.
Mm.
So
Or match the shoes, match the belt, or
no, match the outfit.
Yeah,
Can
sure.
match the belt.
Mm.
Can match the shape also has to be special to different occasion.
Mhm.
I'm not a hat expert, but it's all about matching, mix and matching.
not easy. Last question would be on the cufflinks. You say cufflink?
Cufflinks.
Cufflinks.
Yeah,
you mean? Yeah.
So because I see a lot of people buying cufflinks, they put on. So what do you express? Do you have to match?
So it's a little bit like we were saying about there's a few parts from the man to be different, like the watch, the shoes, pocket square.
Yeah.
Cufflinks can be one of those things.
It's just a little extra touch.
You can buy a nice pair of cufflinks that you will give to your son, but people wear it less and less.
I see it less and less.
They want just button. They want something easy, something simple, and I agree for this. Out of maybe 40 shirts at home, I have maybe 1 or 2 with cufflinks. I like it, but I will wear it also for special occasion, like for a wedding, or if I'm invited to elegant party, like a jewel.
Yeah, it's a jewelry for men with
Yeah.
watches
Jewelry for me.
and ring, from few ring we can wear. Wedding ring. Apart from that, we don't have a lot of jewelry.
Yeah. So because we don't have, we need to select it properly
Yeah, absolutely.
to make it matching.
Make it count, my friend.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. All good.
That's perfect.
Very, very.
Yeah, we learned a lot as usual on the High Life.
Yeah. I don't own a bespoke suit yet. I have suits. I've got like 2 or 3 suits at home, but only like ready to wear stuff that I've bought.
You have a good body. That's the thing. Like 70% of the people, they fit in a ready to wear.
Yeah.
They more or less fit in a ready to wear, with a little bit some default. So if you buy a ready to wear and you adjust it in some small adjustment store, it's okay. You will still look good.
Right. So do you do only adjustments as well?
Yeah, we can do.
No.
We offer this service for our clients, for people that didn't buy a suit yet.
So even if they bought a suit somewhere else.
Yes, no problem.
you
We do this because I strongly believe that fitted clothes. I don't like to waste things, so a fitted clothes will look nice.
Yeah, because I've always liked the idea of having a bespoke suit made for me, but I just not sure how many occasions I would have to wear it though.
I want to precise something. There is 3 different kind of suits. There's the ready to wear, the tailor-made, and the bespoke.
Right.
We do tailor-made.
Right.
The difference is okay. The ready to wear will be
The title of the stream is Bespoke Tailoring, but isn't it?
yeah, bespoke tailoring. We are playing with the word, but I want to explain and really clarify this point. Now we changed. Our name is Collection because of the collection I explained before.
Right.
But okay, so the ready to wear, basically you have some pattern, and each brand has their pattern. For example, X brand will do the sleeves for large size, 63 cm. This other brand will do 65. So each brand adapt the pattern to the country they are targeting.
Yeah, all the
to their
smalls and
customer.
M's and L's, they're all different wherever you go.
Exactly. So this is the ready to wear. And for example, yeah, M in this brand will not fit you, and so that's also a way to.
I can be like an XL in a Chinese and an S in
Exactly.
at home. Yeah.
So this is very complicated for the client, very difficult. We help them a lot also by give them their size when they come to us and say, okay, so many people told me, okay, Ben, I want to buy something on Taobao, what's my size? We send them the size, of course. So this is the first part, the ready to wear. Then you have the bespoke. So the bespoke, okay, let's go for the tailor-made. You have the tailor-made, which basically we have existing pattern. We have around 90 existing pattern, which we can fit, let's say, 98% of the population. And we will adapt this pattern to your body. Okay?
Right.
This helps to make the suit in 20 hours.
Right.
So faster. Within 10 days to 2 weeks we can make a suit. Our target is to make it in 7 days once we have many shops, but at the moment let's say it's 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then you have the bespoke. To make a suit bespoke, basically we will design a pattern just for your body.
What do you mean by pattern?
A pattern is like a drawing to all the cutting to make.
So it's all the cuts.
Yes.
Okay. So you redesign the clothes entirely.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got you.
And
It's
this,
basically like a glove for the body.
exactly. Yeah. So this result will be slightly better, very way better if you have a very complex body, which once again 98% of the population don't. But for you will have a slightly better result in terms of comfort, in terms of fit, and you of course because everything is made by hand. It's a completely different work, and this takes more 60 to 80 hours to make,
Right.
and takes 3 to 4 months. Yeah, and the price of course is the same. So we are
Price will reflect
we are
that,
focusing on tailor-made, on suit that can be produced fast. Why? Because there is some people way more skilled than us in pure technique. In Italy, in France, in anywhere in the world, even in China, there are some people doing super good on this specific bespoke part, which takes 4 months, and we want to focus on the tailor-made, which takes 2 weeks, because, and this once again is to answer the need of the client I want to serve. Some people they come for the wedding suits 2 weeks before the wedding. Some people come. This weekend I had people coming to buy the winter jacket. The winter is right now. So if you wait 4 months, you will have your winter jacket in spring.
For the next year,
point.
yeah.
So, I mean, in our society of consumption, people want everything fast.
Yeah.
And I decided to focus on the tailor-made. Because I know how to do the bespoke, we can do technically, but that's not our target.
I think it makes sense as well when you're living in like a fast-paced city such as Shanghai, where everybody wants everything
It's
quickly and
you know, it's just different clients. There are some people that love bespoke, and they are well organized. They are happy to wait 4
You need
months
to
to
be organized and be aware of what it is.
be aware of what it is. It's not about the price. You know, it's being aware of what is it, of the full experience. And we give a different kind of experience, which I think that's the experience I would buy as a client, because I need something fast. I need a new winter jacket, like I would go for shopping in new seasonal clothes in any shopping mall. But with this little customization, this little fitted experience. And I think this combo is, I don't like this word, but we call it mass customization. This is a new huge market. I don't like it because it's this fact of mass we are losing the one-on-one, but that's all about everybody.
It's a bit of an oxymoron though, isn't it? Mass customers are
Yeah,
it is an oxymoron.
But you know, so many brands, you can customize your bag, you can customize your can of soda.
Everybody want a custom.
Everybody want a
And
custom.
we watch TV on custom.
You watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah, we do. We want to use something when we want.
We
to use
choose the
something.
things we want to watch when we want to
Netflix
watch
is
them,
custom. No? We don't wait for the program to come at 8. We decide whenever.
YouTube is the same.
Exactly. So our life is more custom, definitely. So I see the clothes.
So the clothes have to
industry
be.
is following that.
And also for economic reason, I mean, so all those big brands that have huge stock and are throwing away all those
Yeah, the stock, they destroy it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So for the planet it's not good, for the people it's not
Yeah,
good.
and
and,
use what you need and only for you, and absolutely.
so you make
The trend is definitely going to be.
So we are not a very, let's say, we're just following the trend, which I'm happy because I like this trend. Makes more sense to me.
Right, excellent. Yeah, that's going to be the ending word, making sense, following the trend.
Making sense of fashion and
Absolutely.
sense of the male.
And be responsible and consuming
And be
less
yourself.
and better. And
Yeah.
And really express yourself.
Yeah, and
You know, by creating your own, you express yourself and you're not just following the brand. I like to follow brand culture, brand idea, brand collection in the sense like of this kind of color or this kind of mix and match, but follow your own by creating your own wardrobe, your own outfit, and your own. That's what makes you different.
don't be a sheep.
Yeah, go your own way and add that little personal touch.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're done. We've done an hour and 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Really? Are you kidding me?
So,
I talk a lot.
all good. So,
You do. No, but that was very interesting.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you very much, Ben, for inviting us down to your
At your service.
amazing studio for a quick look around and some great insights and some great tips, great little fashion tips for gentlemen. And we wish you every success
We'll try it.
for your pop-up shops around China and your new venture there. And I hope you've enjoyed it. And,
Thank you, it was very fun, thank you. Very great experience, my first live streaming in China. So
yeah, maybe it's
it's very
something you can look into for your
Very happy to
business.
be here for your
Yeah.
first time.
So are you? Do you? I mean, do you have a store on any of the like the Chinese apps, Taobao or anything like that? Are you? Most of it's offline.
we are building it right now with our mini program and all this, let's say, IT ecosystem. It's not ready yet.
You have a WeChat account?
Yeah, well, of course.
No,
we have
I mean
a
a service account and
Yeah, of course.
where you publish.
But you know, this is interesting. I don't believe you can buy a suit online. Because
No, but to take appointment and to
Yeah,
follow
exactly.
what you guys
I
do, the
would-
collection, and after take appointment, of course.
and the idea, you know, for the people is to keep having the advice, rebuy something that you already liked and fit. So this is coming very soon.
Mm.
We're starting big.
Okay,
ecosystem.
great. And we can put all your details on our
Yeah, we
community
can. I
groups
just
as
send
to,
it,
where people can find you.
We work only on appointment, but we are welcoming anyone that want to come for
Okay.
coffee or a glass of water.
And you have a very
I'm coming.
and you have a very smart website that I was perusing earlier. So you can we can put your
Information.
information. You can put your web address on our site so that people can
Sure.
take a look themselves.
Thank you very much.
Great, thanks.
Call it a night. Thank you guys for watching.
Enjoyed it, guys, and tune in next week.